Okay. My name is Alex Alinaitwe. I work with LiveNet International as an M&E specialist. I am here with a couple of friends or colleagues that I work with. They are both co-authors to this presentation or abstract. That is Julius and Steve. And I'm here to take you through how we are using DHIS2 to track healthcare worker training in 6 countries. That is Uganda, Kenya, Malawi, Burundi, DRC, and Ghana. Okay. So just to give you a background of LiveNet International, it's a non-profit organization. It collaborates with church-founded health facilities in those countries that I mentioned before, and we build medical and management capacity of healthcare workers. This is a snapshot of where we work currently. We work in Burundi, in Ghana, Kenya, Malawi, Uganda, Democratic Republic of Congo. What was the problem and what were we trying to solve with this innovation of ours? We had multiple data sources for various things. For example, our e-learning platform, which is Moodle, where we have uploaded or preloaded courses for our healthcare workers to take online at their own time or at their own pace. So we use Moodle. That is one of the multiple data sources. We also have mobile data collection, for example, where we collect the knowledge, attitudes, and practices of healthcare workers using the IAZO. IAZO is an ODK-based platform that can collect information from healthcare facilities offline and online. And then we also have the national DHIS2 systems in the 6 countries where we operate. And then we also have we have Kobo Collect, we also had Excel, where we used to track medicine, equipment, and stock assessment. So we needed a unified system where we could gather all this information so that we could access it in real time for program efficiency, accountability, and learning. So what was our innovation? This is how it looks like. Our courses for our healthcare workers in the 6 countries, both in French and English, are preloaded in the Moodle platform that you see up there. And then in IAZO as well, as you can see there, we use it to collect or to evaluate our healthcare workers' knowledge, attitudes, and practices. So we leveraged the integration abilities of the Open Hexa platform, which you see in the middle there. It helps us integrate the data from Moodle and IAZO and integrate it in the DHIS2. So in Moodle, Open Hexa helps us to download raw data on the users, those are the healthcare workers, their courses, the grades, but also enrollments and certificates. Then it imports that same data that we just talked about. It imports that very data in the DHIS2. So what we use the DHIS2 for, we use it as a warehouse or data storage where we can analyze, report, and visualize all the data from the different sources. But in this case, for capacity building, it is Moodle and IAZO. So how does Moodle look like? This is how our Moodle interface looks like. We have general users, courses, grades, appearance, and you can see the different things there. You can see the countries. We have Uganda, Burundi, but all the other 6 countries where we currently operate. So Open Hexa, which is an open source integration platform, which helps us, one, to extract the data from Moodle and IAZO, but also it helps us import the same data into the DHIS2 where we can analyze, report, and visualize. So you can see those are examples of the pipelines that we run using Open Hexa. So we can find this very data pipelines hosted on our GitHub, that is OpenHexa Workspace. The link is below there. Then the DHIS2 copy of the dashboard is presented there. So you can see we can track total users registered. We can also track total users enrolled for lessons, but we can also track users completed at least one lesson. And you can see there we have the pre-test and post-test scores that we collect from the different medical and management courses that we provide to our healthcare workers. So what success or impact have we noted so far? So this is a system that started early last year in April, and we deployed it at scale in the 6 countries where we operate, and we have been able to register 3,550 users. By users, we mean healthcare workers in these 6 countries that we operate. We have also been able to enroll 2,652 healthcare workers who have at least enrolled in at least one lesson to December 2024. But we have also collected healthcare workers who have completed at least one lesson, 1,324. So between April and December 2024, we're able to observe the following changes. Yeah. One, 95% improvement in newborn care. So it is one of the lessons that we provide to our, what you see there are some of the lessons that we provide to our healthcare workers in the 6 countries. And we provide this in both English and French. So 95% improvement in newborn care. We have also seen a 68% improvement of improvement in management of under 5 childhood illnesses. But we have also seen an improvement in management of top burdens of diseases by 5%. That is on the medical side. And we have also, now on the management side, it's the one at the bottom, we have noted a 59% improvement in pharmaceutical management, 69% improvement in administrative management, and a 42% in human resource management. What is our key takeaway from this presentation? That when we integrate e-learning platforms, for example, the Moodle, which we are using currently, we shall be able to improve the tracking of healthcare workers' capacity building programs in low resource settings, like where we work in the 6 countries. So I am here with my 2 other colleagues. If you have any questions for us, there are some I may answer. I still have time, I believe. There are some I may answer, but in case they're too technical for me, we have the chief architect of the system. He's here with me, so he'll be able to answer some of those questions, please. Yes, please.
This work? Yeah. First of all, thank you for your presentation. I just had a question about your successes.
Yes, please.
How did you measure the improvements you mentioned?
Oh, sorry. I'll just take you back one slide and respond to that. Are there other questions or I respond to that? Yes, please.
Hi, and thanks for the presentation.
Thank you.
So I was wondering, how did you really get this data in terms of, in general, training is, part of any grant, but like more program related, So I guess these digital learning platforms are really like program based.
Yes.
So was it part of the project to try to get this cross-cutting view across programs, or was it already implemented in the countries, this Moodle platform?
Okay. True. So that's all? Okay, so I'll begin. I'm sorry I didn't get your name, but I'll respond to it. Okay, thank you. So the first question was about how we measure the successes and the changes. So I'll take you back. I'll interest you. If you look at the IASO on the far right, there is an arrow there. So we measure our changes in knowledge, attitudes, and practices of healthcare workers using what we call health facility scorecards. We go out to the facilities. We have teams in our countries who help us go to the facilities to assess these changes over time. We implement the trainings and the mentorships over time. And then when these facilities have at least two mentorship sessions over time, we send out teams to go back to these facilities to assess the changes in the level of knowledge, attitudes, and practices of healthcare workers. I hope I've answered you well. Okay. And then the second question, I will try to respond based on how I understood. Yes. But if I don't get it right, then you can help me. So before this, we were implementing these capacity building programs in these countries already. It was ongoing. But when COVID hit us, we had no way to reach out to the facilities during that very period. So we had to come up with an innovative solution to ensure we keep our healthcare workers engaged during that time. So we came up with the Moodle, which is the e-learning platform, but also ensure that these healthcare workers could access courses at their own convenience and study so that they do not drop the ball because of COVID. So the program was already ongoing, but Moodle was introduced at the time of COVID around 2020. So that is, I hope I've answered you well. Are you satisfied with the response?
Building programs as part, like one part of each program, because there is always some training part in any brand.
Yeah. So what I mentioned at the start is we implement both medical and management training courses, and all those courses, the versions of the courses, the curriculum are uploaded on the Moodle. So I hope that helps. Okay, thank you. And I'm privileged to present to you that. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to engage myself or those two colleagues over there at any break time. Thank you. Yeah.
For online participants, we will have about a 1 to 2 minute break and we will resume.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I will be presenting about the strengthening health facility sync via DHIS2 MFR. My name is Habib Bushra. I am from JSI Data Use Partnership Project. We are working closely with the Ministry of Health Ethiopia and also with JSI. So our focus is on the interoperability part. So in Ethiopia, we have several systems, a lot of digital solutions. So those systems, as they are siloed, they work independently. They have a legacy data. So our case study is we have achieved the first of its kind in the country by making DHIS2 interoperable with MFR, so that a single source of truth for facilities should be only synced from single system that's called MFR, Master Facility Registry, and be synced to DHIS2 org unit. So on this one, we'll have a content. So we'll see about the Ethiopian has vision and the core systems. We'll also talk about our challenge and our automated solutions, because the two systems, the MFR and the DHIS2, we'll also talk about the facility data mapping and the challenges, because as you know, MF DHIS2, the basic is org unit. If you don't have org unit, we may not have the data. So that how we like align it, because in Ethiopia we have already existing DHIS2 system that has a lot of facility, as well as we have also MFR that is being governed by its own directorate that's set as a country standard. So we'll talk about the interoperability layer. We have used OpenHIM mediator, as well as we have developed a DHIS2 connector app to facilitate the seamless facility synchronization between MFR and DHIS2. We have also phase-based deployment and governance, because we have, once we achieve the technical part, the implementation section is a bit challenging, especially in the low and middle income countries. So how we achieve that will be like a good lesson for other countries, especially LMIS countries. And it's a key achievement and overcoming legacy hurdles. We'll talk about the lesson learned and the impact and the future direction, and also about some partner, and we'll finally go to with concluding message. So as a country, Ethiopia has vision and the core system. We have this the health architecture that is the Ethiopia has developed, so that any digital solutions should align with this architecture. So whenever we develop any solutions, we have to like put it on one of the categories. So for example, if we see that in the we have the national health ICT infrastructure, we call it HealthNet. So every facility in Ethiopia is connected with this HealthNet. So any facility in a rural area, urban, in the cities, they are connected with this HealthNet. And at the bottom we have the health architecture, governance, principle, process, and standards. So with this in mind, we have the whole health system to be aligned for with the health architecture. So in the left side we have the shared service. So list of shared services that are, so that like the greens are already developed, the blue are like already on development, they are on the production, and the grays are were under development. So we have also this master facility registry, shared health record, client registry, like terminology service. We are using OCL, Open Concept Lab, Health Worker Registry, and National Product Catalog. So this is the shared service. So any system that want to share the data should be aligned in this system. So one of the solutions that we are going to develop is the Master Facility Registry that I have already described before. So in here we have institution-based services. Here it comes the DHIS2, Health Management Information System, and also with other systems. So we have here analytics and business intelligence for analytics and data warehousing. We have population-based HIS data source that we are going to use, and we have also here point of services. It comes from the directly to the patient or directly to the user. We have AMR, logistic, MIS, lab system, ECHIS, pharmacy system, finance and insurance system. So these systems should go with the interoperability service that we have in the country. So here, authentication, encryption, routing, transformation, queuing, validation, and transaction already has been done. So outside of this box, we have the external systems with, like, we have example, we have a national ID called FIDA, where we are going to integrate the health system with the external system, as well as the financial system. We have a lot of financial system in the country. We have also, like, for climate, the meteorology, such kind of education. So they communicate in this part. So this is the overall architecture of the Ethiopian health system. So one of the big challenges that as I have already said, that we have in here in the shared service, we have MFR, Master Facility Registry, and the institution-based system, we have the Health Management Information System. So those two systems are the siloed. They have their own data. They have their own legacy data. So, for example, MFR, we have more than like 49,000 facilities registering, managing, and controlling its own facility list. And the DHIS2 have 42K plus data. So to make them interoperable, it's a bit difficult because we have a name difference, ID difference, even like the standard also difference. So making them interoperable, that's a very challenging solution. So to do that, we have followed this development process, the MFR DHIS interoperability process. What we do is, first we develop MFR. So as a country, we believe that we should have a master facility registry that manages all facilities in a single source of truth system. Then we came up with, so this MFR should be FHIR compliant. So any system that is want to access data should get the information using FHIR. So we integrated with Happy FHIR technology. So with that, so we have now Happy FHIR. So what we have to do is we have to develop our own middleware. We have to develop a mediator, that's OpenHIM customization. We have customized our own OpenHIM as a country. Then with the OpenHIM customization, what comes next is mediator development. We have to develop a specific mediator that manages the transaction, the translation, the mapping between master facility registry data and the DHIS2. Then we have to come up with facility data mapping, because MFR has its own data, more than like 50,000 plus facility. DHIS2 have more than like 40,000 plus facility. So we have to map each and individual facilities so that they can be synchronized each other. Then we have to also develop connector app. As you know, in DHIS2, org unit creation, org unit is not like the end goal. We have to assign dataset. We have to assign also a user. So to perform that action, the HMIS admins have to perform that specific action in the DHIS2, so that we develop a connector app. Then we go to with bulk facility sync. So once we have finalized that, we like for the first move, we like migrate all data from MFR to the DHIS2 using a bulk sync. Then we launch the production level. Now currently it's in the production. So this is the journey of MFR. And the MFR that we have already started we used something called a resource map. It has its own limitation because it was all the technology. Then also even the data for MFR was populated with from different source of systems. Whenever we start in MFR, we get the data from DHIS2 and also other agencies. That was also a big problem because we have a chunk of the data on the MFR and we have to clean up that one. Coordinate effort with key stakeholders. This is a big effort because in the ministry office, you know, like there was no like we have a regulatory body called health and health related LEO, which manages and certifies facilities. So we said that so MFR should be managed by this directorate so that we have a clean list of facility, and we have to also integrate with Happy FHIR so that it become interoperable. So OpenHIM, so what we built a custom OpenHIM mediator to enable secure, scalable, and standard compliant communication between MFR and DHIS2. This is like authentication, validation, routing, and logging. So how we achieve it? We have configured OpenHIM core. We download the OpenHIM core from the GitHub source code, and we like customize it according to Ethiopian context, and we like build that one. So it's developed using Node.js and some other technologies. So facility data mapping. So this is what we had before. So in the legacy DHIS2 data, we have around 38,165 facilities, In the legacy MFR, we have 47,000 plus facilities. So we use fuzzy logic to map that naming, because it's just some names might be similar. So with abbreviation, with like approximating the names, we try to map around 26,000 facilities that are highly matched, and we have also found like 8,000 facilities that was low match, and also 3,000 not matched. So these are for like 11,000 facilities, around 11,000 facilities. We like map them manually. So after mapping, currently we managed to align 90% of facilities between MFR and DHIS2, and so we are currently also mapping. So in DHIS2 connector app, so what we were thinking was that, so once we create a facility in MFR and it syncs from the master facility registry to the DHIS2 and created as org unit on the DHIS2, we thought so it was enough, but it's not. So there are other steps, like you have to assign dataset, you have to create users, so that org unit should have a data, because org unit alone is just it will be like a child. Okay, thank you. So for that, we develop a DHIS2 connector app using a DHIS2 native. We develop our own connector app. Then it has been also inserted on DHIS2, like published on DHIS2. So it would detect changes facility, validate MFR ID, perform corresponding action. It has also its own admin UI for managing. So how to handle facility, because every facility from MFR to DHIS2, it should not automatically be like, or it should not go to connector app, it should not go to go to the HMS admin. We have to also like automatic apply sync directly to the DHIS2. Like for example, if there's a change in a name, the DHIS2 connector app should not be aware of that. It should only be appear automatically, because the regulator said the name of this facility is this one, so we have to accept that. Such kind of change is approved automatically. However, if we change type, ownership, settlement, PHU, organization hierarchy, it should go to approval process, because there are corresponding or consecutive actions that need to be taken, like assign of data set, user creation, such kind of things. So finally, we managed to interoperable MFR with HMIS DHIS2 using the interoperability service layer. So this is the flow chart. So we have OpenHIM and we have MFR facility system. So every 12 hours, the OpenHIM mediator initiates the task, or whenever a facility created an MFR, it will send a webhook to the mediator. The mediator then decide does it require approval or not. If it requires approval, it will send it to the data store management. Then the connector app will approve it and apply it to DHIS2. Also, if it has to be like applied automatically, it will be sent to DHIS2 directly. So this is the phase-based approach. The phase one is once we finalize the technical part, so whenever we move to the implementation, what we did is we have to initiate the migration. So that was the first step. We like in the bulk sync MFR data to the DHIS2 via OpenHIM, including dataset and user account. We automatically, in a bulk mode, we migrate it. Then in phase two, we daily synchronization. We work closely with stakeholders to customize, to synchronize the data in a daily bed. Now we are in the standard workflow that every regional HMS admin approves their facility. So the key achievement, we have automated facility synchronization. We develop a connector app innovation. It's a big innovation as a country. Even we have also OpenHIM mediator deployed, improved data governance, capacity building, and system ownership in the ministry. Even localization is a big chance. So the big challenge was integrating separate legacy system. It was a big challenge. So what is the solution? What that we did is we try to create internal stakeholder discussion and communication. That helps a lot. Legacy data challenge, comprehensive facility mapping. That's a big solution for us. So incomplete and inconsistent MFR data, continuous regional engagement. Every region, every district involved on this one and upgrade their facility. This gives us a big chance. Beyond facility creation, like the asset and user assignment, development of the connector app, and unclear governance structure is also discussion and understanding among stakeholders a big challenge. So this is the sample challenge that we faced during this implementation. So some like we will the missing data also in the name. For example, here Ababia Primary Clinic in DHIS2, Ababia Medium Clinic in the MFR. It was a big challenge. Okay, I will find that later. So this is the lesson learned for start with standardization. We like what we suggest for any low and middle income countries and also beyond. So we should start with standardization, prioritize governance and ownership, design for scale and flexibility, automated metadata assignment, embrace iteration and feedback, integrate with literacy systems. So finally, we can have a clean facility list that we think. So as a partner, we work collaboratively with the Ministry of Health as a lead for this interoperability as well as any digital solutions. JSI also taking a technical and also financial support as well as the Global Fund. Also, we are also working with the HISP Ethiopia, especially on the development of the connector app. So we can achieve legacy systems and interoperability is realized. Our concluding message as a country. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Our third speaker has requested to give their presentation in French. So just to let you know, if you don't speak French, there may be another session that you prefer to attend. But come on up and we'll do a French session. Okay? Can you email them? For our online participants, we will need about 1 or 2 minutes to be set up. Test.
Yeah, so thank you for your presentation. I thought that was very interesting. Quite a feat to do all of that interoperability. I did have a question about how long did it take you to do this project?
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I have also a colleague here like called Tedros. I think he can also give a brief discussion. He's from the Ministry of Health and also he's a governance desk head.
Okay. I think it took around 6 months, more than 6 months, around 6 to 7 months, because there was development. We need to keep the life cycle of the connector app development. So it took around 6 months. Yeah.
Very for such a complex system.
Yeah, whenever like you start the Nepal something, it takes a year. We have also like build the ground up of Nepal. So once we connect the Nepal, we have to take the system. The mapping with the connector app something, it will take like months of the year.
Because there was a legacy system which was enhanced and developed, the MFR system. We have matured the DHIS2 with the DHIS2 4.0 version. So the remaining is the connector app. So we have gathered the requirement. Based on that, the design and the development of the connector app, it took around 6 months. Yeah.
Thank you. Interesting to build off how you build off your applications. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, thanks very much. Our third speaker is ready.
Ok. Mesdames et messieurs, bonjour. Je suis complètement désolé parce que je ne vais pas faire ma présentation en anglais, je vais faire en français. Je vais me présenter, je suis Alejandro Seita, je suis du Saint Tomé et Principe. Et je viens ici pour partager un peu l'expérience que ayons eue au niveau du Saint Tomé et Principe. On va parler de surmonter la barrière de la langue grâce à IA et mettre en œuvre une approche hybride en personne et en ligne pour apprendre des cours de DHD Academy. On va partager des expériences que nous avons eues. OK. Avant de commencer, on va parler un peu sur le contexte et défis, intervention, méthode, résultats, discussion et conclusion. J'ai amené avec moi une map, ouais, pour des personnes qui ne connaissent pas le centre, mais je sais que le centre mais principe n'est pas visible pour certains. Donc, nous sommes localisés à côté presque à côté du Gabon. Saint-Thomé et Principe, ce sont des petites îles avec 1 000 poches, 1 000 kilomètres carrés. Ce sont des îles petites. Nous sommes en ce moment, nous sommes en transition depuis le papier vers l'électronique parce qu'avant, on a fait la gestion des données avec les papiers physiques et Excel, tout ça, mais maintenant, on utilise les DHIS2 pour faire la gestion de toutes les données au niveau du ministère de la Santé. Euh, Au niveau des DHD, il est lancé au niveau du centre de mes principes depuis 2019 avec l'aide du PNUD et l'équipe consultante, c'était Saudi G2. C'est une équipe mozambicaine qui nous a aidé à implémenter DHISD au niveau du centre de mes principes. Et depuis le 2019, on a fait beaucoup de choses. On a commencé avec les données agrégées. Après, on a passé les données individuelles. Et au ce moment, on fait la gestion des ressources humaines. On a implémenté aussi la gestion des patients. Ça veut dire que les médecins peuvent faire la gestion de tous les, comment on s'appelle ça, process unique de chaque patient. OK. OK. On a quelques défis aussi. Le premier défi, c'est le manque d'électricité. C'est un pays, c'est pas développé comme l'Europe, né, des autres pays d'Europe. On a quelques difficultés aussi, mais au niveau de l'électricité, c'est pas stable. Et par conséquent, la connexion à Internet, c'est une conséquence. Il n'y a pas de manque d'électricité. L'Internet, c'est difficile, hein. Après, manque de domaine informatique, ouais. domaine informatique parce que certaines techniques n'est pas bien familiarisées avec la méthode d'apprentissage en ligne. On a des méthodes, on fait la formation présentielle, mais il y a académie en ligne de DHIS2. Donc, pour la deuxième méthode, c'est un peu difficile parce que chaque technique n'est pas le domaine informatique et il a besoin d'aide pour l'aider. OK. Nous avons aussi au niveau des ressources humaines, c'est un peu difficile de concentrer parce que les techniciens qui est en train de faire les cours en ligne de DHIS2, il n'y a pas de concentration parce qu'ils font le travail. Par exemple, une infirmière. Une infirmière, elle est dans les structures de santé en ligne, elle fait le cours, mais toujours il y a des, comme je peux dire, blocages parce qu'il y a beaucoup de choses à faire. Ici, j'ai rendu une photo ici pour montrer que au niveau du centre même principe, je suis en train d'expliquer certains groupes, comment faire les cours en ligne. On a mis en place des initiatives visant à mobiliser les professionnels de santé, offrir des conditions favorables aux cours en ligne, hein. Par exemple, les cours en ligne qui sont à l'académie, euh, dans les règles générales, ils sont en anglais. Donc, on a utilisé IA pour traduire, ouais, l'idiome, le langage vers le portugais ou bien le français pour améliorer la compréhension des cours en ligne. OK. Des méthodes. Comme j'avais dit, il y a des méthodes, les méthodes présentielles et les méthodes cours en ligne, n'est-ce pas? Ça nous aide aussi à améliorer la capacitation au niveau des DHIS2. Nous avons aussi, par exemple, il y a une photo ici qui montre un groupe. Ouais, un groupe, ils sont en train de faire les cours en ligne dans l'académie DSD. Ici, cette graphique, il présente au niveau des les HX, nous avons la quantité de certificats obtenus pour chaque participant. Par exemple, au niveau des zéros, euh, nous savons que le diplôme au zéro, ça veut dire introduction à DHIS2 au cours en ligne. Donc, nous avons 6 personnes qui ont obtenu le certificat niveau zéro. Après, nous avons 7 personnes euh, avant et après, n'est-ce pas? Et à la fin, nous avons, par exemple, 4 personnes, 4 techniques qui ont obtenu 5 certificats pendant tous les ateliers. Les résultats, nous, nous avons déjà fait des ateliers présentiels, mais chaque personne avec son ordinateur, la connexion Internet pour faire les cours en ligne. OK? Les, les informations euh, complétées, c'est avec succès. On a, on a obtenu les objectifs avec un moyen de 4 à 5 cours en ligne. Les participants ont signalé super satisfaction avec des ateliers. Nous avons ici, après des certificats que nous avons obtenus, on a téléchargé, après la fin du cours qu'on a fait en ligne, on a téléchargé les certificats pour montrer des autres qu'on a fait le cours en ligne. La discussion, c'est, j'ai des situations ici. Une approche hybride peut permettre apprendre à bénéficier simultanément des avantages et des apprentissages des personnes en ligne. Après les cours, les techniciens du système d'information de la santé ont effectué des avantages, des tâches de manière autonome. Ça veut dire que les cours en ligne, nous avons bénéficié des cours en ligne parce qu'avant, nous avions des dépendances, parce que toujours, il faut attendre des personnes pour nous expliquer comment faire, comment manuser le système. Mais si tu fais les cours en ligne, tu vas avoir beaucoup de connaissances et ça peut éviter des supports techniques. Par exemple, dans ma situation, je suis technicien informatique et depuis que j'ai fait les cours en ligne, je sais configurer quelques formulaires, paramétriser quelques formulaires et donner des supports techniques pour tout le monde au niveau de mon pays. OK? Dans les conclusions, l'initiative a motivé et a permis avec succès des agents de santé et de suivre un cours en ligne de DHIS2 Academy. Euh, c'est une petite expérience que nous présentons ici. C'est pour dire que faire les cours en ligne peut améliorer beaucoup de connaissances individuelles et éviter la dépendance de quelques consultants parce que les consultants peuvent focaliser dans autres choses. Et les choses basiques, avec les cours en ligne, on peut améliorer ça dans notre performance. Merci beaucoup. OK. Ici, c'est une photo de mon pays venu nous rendre une visite. Quelqu'un qui veut aller à Sainte-Mère Principe, c'est ça la plage. OK, merci.
We have a question in the audience.
Ok, muito obrigado pela apresentação.
Obrigado.
Bon, je vais parler aussi en français parce que moi,
Ok.
je ne maîtrise pas l'anglais. Donc,
Ok.
bien. Premièrement, des petites remarques. Je vois, par exemple, au niveau de l'apprentissage en ligne, je voulais savoir si vous avez déjà, à part de vous, une équipe solide, une équipe locale solide pour faire l'accompagnement à cette équipe de ressources humaines qui sont déjà formées en ligne. Parce que, comme vous-même vous avez remarqué, il y a des problèmes par rapport à la formation en ligne. Donc, s'il y a déjà une équipe bien formée locale qui va faire l'accompagnement de cette personne. Et aussi, je vois qu'il y a des choses similaires entre le Sao Tomé, moi je suis de la Guinée équatoriale.
Ok.
Donc, il y a certaines choses qui sont pareilles par rapport à l'initiative de la collecte de données. Donc, je voulais savoir, depuis cette étape, quelles sont les prévisions pour les étapes prochaines?
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Just to make a very important thing. In São Tomé and Príncipe, we speak Portuguese, okay? We don't speak French, neither English, okay? Just to congratulation my colleague, okay?
Merci.
Gracias, mi hermano y mi compañero de Guinea Ecuatorial.
OK. Merci beaucoup pour la question. C'est vrai que on a pris, depuis l'implémentation d'IHSD, on a pris beaucoup de temps pour être indépendant. Et parce que nous savons pas qu'il y avait un cours en ligne dans l'académie. Et après la découverte des cours en ligne, on a fait nous avons un département qui s'appelle Système d'information de la santé, qui donne le support au niveau de tous les pays, mais mon pays, n'est-ce pas? Mon pays, tout, au niveau national, les support. Et la première phase, c'est donner tous les techniciens au niveau de ce département la capacité pour répondre quelques besoins au niveau des gens qui font l'insertion des données locales. Et dans la première phase, on a capacité tous les techniciens et après, on a passé aux deuxième phase qui c'est pour capaciter la majorité des professionnels de santé qui fait au, au niveau niveau zéro, n'est-ce pas? Toutes les personnes qui font l'insertion de données, traitement des données, on a, on a incentivé avec les moyens des ateliers. Toujours, nous utilisons cette méthode d'atelier. On fait la réunion en groupe local, présentiel, et on dit chaque technicien de ramener son ordinateur. On va essayer de s'asseoir et on a par exemple 4 heures à 5 heures, ou même 8 heures, on s'assoit ici et chacun doit faire les cours en ligne. Il doit présenter au minimum un certificat, un diplôme. Et c'est ça la motivation, la méthode qu'on a utilisée pour faire les cours en ligne. OK? Je ne sais pas si j'ai repris la question. Ça veut dire, afin de dire les personnes pour faire les cours en ligne à distance, on invite la personne pour s'asseoir ici dans une salle avec nous. Et on donne 8 heures, 4 heures à 8 heures pour cette personne avec son ordinateur ici, faire les cours en ligne et on va monitoriser cette personne. Et après, cette personne doit présenter au moins un certificat. Ça dépend des durations de cours aussi, hein. Ça peut prendre 2 jours, 3 jours, mais c'est ça la méthode qu'on fait pour des professionnels de santé. Les autres objectifs, c'est une fois qu'on a résolu les problèmes basiques au niveau des configurations, petites configurations, c'est aussi maintenant, c'est d'apprendre au niveau des développements. Parce que quelqu'un qui fait le cours en ligne peut programmer, peut configurer son formulaire, mais il y a quelque chose au niveau des développements qui sont dehors du DHIS2. C'est ça que nous avons besoin maintenant, c'est d'apprendre quelques configurations pour améliorer notre plateforme DHIS2. OK.
I've reached the end of the scheduled time, but I think if you guys want very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much to all of the attendees, both in person and online. We now have a 20-minute break, and then the next session will resume then. Thank you very much.